7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and we're going. We'll start off at the house as per usual. I'm Batman. Okay. Money. Since I've just hit the start recording button, I will explain to the folks at home on YouTube. Hello folks on YouTube. If I sounded all funky today, it is because I am sick as a dog. Bonk. I opted to play as Batman because Batman is voiced by Will Arnett in the Lego movie. Ooh, bombs. Don't mind if I do. Someday you just can't get rid of a bomb. We'll try to reference some Batman classic lines. Fine. Get hit. Excuse? Kill that guy. $5. Okay. We killed one guy, we got hit. You wonder what Batman's bunny beam will be? I'm gonna guess the Joker. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's money. Okay. It's either going to be the Joker or Robin or possibly Ace the Bat Hound? Or, if they really wanted to go for a reach, it could be Batmite, who is basically Batman's less antagonistic version of Mr. Mxyzptlk. Yes, that is a real DC character. Oh, sword! Don't mind if I do. Batman can fight with a sword. I don't think I finished my thought. Batman, voiced in the Lego Movie by Will Arnett. Will Arnett in the Criterion Closet today. Bomb. Okay. He is funny. Oh, single rupees, don't... Nope, not wasting my time with that. Oh no, it's an agaseed. That's the hook shot right there. I need that. Man, these pickles loaded with bombs. I don't mind that one bit. Ow. Heart piece. I don't care about a piece. $20. Alright. I have 5 bombs. I don't really need to worry about getting the safety bomb either. So that's good. I should have enough things killed that I can pull on this tree. Oh boy. The more enemies I kill, the worse my prize is. If I find myself about to have a coughing fit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute my mic over in test. I see that test. If I find myself about to have a coughing fit, I will mute my mic in OBS. So you will see me stop for a moment. Last few messages didn't go through. Oh, weird. Twitch is a cruel mistress. Ooh, the flute. Ooh, the flippers. We're getting all of the blue items. It's very Batman coded. Ether. Ether, Mr. Freeze's cold gun. I don't fucking know. I love that he's Mr. Freeze, even though he is actually a doctor. He's like, I don't want to brag, but yeah. It could be Dr. Freeze, but that just seems like a little ostentatious, you know? This stupid game gonna make me regret not picking up that one heart piece. Exactly. Maybe he's like, I'm not using my actual, like, major for anything involved in this crime spree, so I'm not gonna necessarily tie it down to that. I could see that. The really funny thing is, Mr. Freeze is, like, super scientist man. He is, like, one of the best examples of victim of his own science gone evil kind of guy, right? His cold gun ain't shit compared to Captain Cold's. All he is, he's just a bank robber. Chicken in the wall. That chicken... Oh, no, there it is. I was like, it disappeared. I fed the Castlevania players. Bombs, okay. We will now be running down here and seeing what's on the library shelf. The shovel. Well, that gives us something to do. God, the funny thing is, we have the book. I could go check the pedestal right now and see what's over there. I'm not going to do it, but I could. It's entirely possible that this could be an all dungeons seed. Look, sweet, $1. I don't even care. There we go. What do I care about $1 for? I'm Bruce Wayne, I'm rich. Oh look, $50. Alright. Back to home. Let's do the South Shore checks. Oh, Batman logo, that's nice. Okay, I can get into Desert Palace. It is a crystal, I did call that much. It's just not a red crystal, so whatever, I didn't call that. I can get in, but I can't beat the dungeon, because I need fire source to beat the dungeon. And I don't have a lamp. Or the fire rod. If I find either of those, then I can go do Desert Palace. But we have other overland checks that we can do. Did not mean to bonk. Oh, the mirror! Huge! That gives us access to Tower of Hera. Oh, sweet. Yes, Batman, not usually one to use magic, but sometimes. Heart. Bombs. Bombs. $20. Heart. Okay. It's still so silly, but this is slightly faster. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get whatever's in here. I'm going to set up a water walk. And since I have the flippers, 10 arrows, okay, worthless. Since I have the flippers, the water walk will be used just to run. I'm sure Batman has probably had in his repertoire at some point a gadget for walking on the water. Heart piece, I don't care about that. Let's deactivate our water walk. I knew it was going to happen. Not a lot of ways around it. I didn't need to glitch to get into the water, I had the flippers. 20 bucks. Moon Pearl. Well, goddamn. That just means we won't see the bunny beam the second I set foot into the Dark World. Regrettable, but we'll see it eventually. Hey, 20 bucks. I'm going to ignore that. Alright, Zora, what do you got for me? I'll save and quit out of here. 10 arrows. Thank you, Fishman. For nothing. Alright, head back to the house. Yeah, sure, let's go see what's in Sahasrah's closet. I should not be checking Sahasrah's closet. I should be going up the mountain. 3 items versus an actual dungeon I can do. First, I'll rescue the old man. He is scared. It is dark. I can't blame him. Fortunately, I'm Batman. Batman's not scared of the dark. Even Bane recognized that he was, at least, you know, raised in the darkness somewhat. He just wasn't born in it like Bane says he was. Also, ooh, empty bottle. I like Tom Hardy. That was not a good Bane. Ow. The least of all is because, like, obviously you couldn't understand a goddamn thing he said. And I have some sympathy as someone with a wicked head cold and stuffed up right now. Oh, there's the glove! We need that! There's the hammer! We need that, too! Oh my god. Death Mountain is loaded. This is Dark World access right here. What is going on? Anyway, Bane is actually a very interesting character. He's, I mean, he's, I believe, Puerto Rican. The sharpens onto some rocks. That I knew about. He's Puerto Rican. He's actually very smart. He wears a mask that is meant to resemble like a luchador mask. And the drug that he uses, the venom it's called, is actually just a generic knockoff of a drug that a superhero uses called Miraclo. Superhero, of course, is Our Man. He's a member of the Justice Society. Just money. I don't need that. Yeah, Justice Society. Our Man uses this drug. It gives him super strength for an hour. Boy, I hope I don't need to go into the basement. I don't need to go into the basement. Yeah, it's That is basically it, yeah. And the really messed up part is, the superhero who uses the stuff, our man, Rex Tyler is his name. I know this for reasons. I was a big fan of the JSA. He owns the pharmaceutical company that makes the stuff. Like, he's just another superhero who's like a guy with a lot of money. You know, Bruce Wayne, arms developer, Ted Cord, General Tech Company, Oliver Queen. I don't know what Queen Industries did, but they did something. He was also rich. And then fucking Rex Tyler, pharmaceuticals. Small key. But yeah, also, like, get super strength from a drug is a reasonable superpower when you have other people on your team whose powers include things like dresses like a cat and knows how to box. And actually, the JSA is just a weird team in general in terms of balance. You've got dresses like a cat and boxes. And you also have, you know, there's Wesley Dodds the Sandman. You know, I'm a fellow with a gas mask and a gun that shoots sleepy gas at you. And then over here you have the literal personification of God's vengeance, the Spectre. Like, no, like, word of a lie. This is the angel that's supposed to have rained down destruction on Sodom and Gomorrah. He's just on the team. Okay, there's one item in the basement. But I can't get it because I don't have a light source. That's a bit OP. You're right, it is. He's also there with Superman, and the Golden Age Flash, and the Golden Age Batman, and the Golden Age Wonder Woman. Comic books in the 30s were weird. You know, the old Green Lantern, who, let me tell you. Everybody has their picks for favorite Green Lantern. You know, if you grew up in a certain era, you were probably a big fan of Hal Jordan. If you grew up... I just need to look at that. Yeah, Hal Jordan was the big guy in the 60s, and up until the 80s, when they made him evil. Then in the 90s, it was Kyle Rayner, the new Green Lantern. But, like, they were all part of the same organization. The Green Lantern Corps, which is basically like space cops. Meanwhile, Green Lantern from the 30s, the Golden Age Green Lantern, who was in the Justice Society, he never went into space. He's a guy who found a meteorite, and something in his brain told him, turn this into a lamp. And so he did. And, like, he also made a ring out of part of it, too. And so he wound up getting basically the same powers as a Space Green Lantern, except it was magic. And he had nothing to do with the actual Space Green Lanterns. $5 heart piece, okay. And so, like, for the longest time, if anybody asked, they'd be like, so wait, you both have basically the same powers. You're both called Green Lantern. Yeah. What's the deal with that? I don't know. Hell of a coincidence, isn't it? Heart piece. $20. Heart piece. Full heart container. And the cape. Alright, well, we can officially go fight Aga. I can't even do anything else up here. Yeah, no, why would I even bomb jump? The really funny thing is that they did end up, like, explaining that, sort of. Like, they decided, you know what, let's make this actually make a little bit of sense. No, I have Dark World access. What am I talking about? I have loads of things I can do, just not there. Yeah, sure. We'll go here first. I have Bottle, so I'm going to talk to the sick kid first. Yeah, they wind up saying that what happened was the folks who are like the bosses of the Green Lanterns said, alright, what we're going to do is we're going to gather all of the magical energy from the ambient universe and put it in one place for safekeeping. And that one place they put it was a meteor, and that's the rock that Alan Scott found to make his Green Lantern ring. It's a little bit weird, but sure. So that's why his powers are magic, is because the Guardians just put all the magic into this thing. And that's also why the Earth is basically the epicenter of all things magical in the DC universe, is because the magic meteor that was all of the magic in the universe crash landed here. Alright, what's going on here? Okay. I'm gonna avoid Skullwoods for the time being. Wow, $20. Your game sucks, man. Let's check the C-shaped house before I run into this dungeon so woefully undergeared. 10 arrows, okay. Batman is just going to have to hit people with this hammer. Big key! The good thing about being here with the hammer is I can at least, like, get the big chest. Small key. But yeah, I do like that there's an actual explanation for why Earth is so important for magic in the universe. Okay, I saw it for a split second. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that he might just turn into billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne. That's just such a more obvious thing than I was going for. Like, oh, the Joker. Oh, Robin. Nope. Bruce Wayne. I'm disappointed that I didn't guess it. That's what I'm disappointed in. It's a fun pick. Batman needs to go disguised somewhere. He has a few options, but Bruce Wayne is probably the best. God, there was one episode of Batman, the animated series, where he was like... He went undercover to infiltrate, like, a weird criminal organization. Don't kill me. Okay. So he's dressed as, like, a common criminal guy, and he ends up getting grabbed off of the streets and, like, brought to this bizarre mine out in the countryside, and because he got hit in the head and it's a cartoon, he lost his memories. So he's like, I don't know who I am, and they're like, I'll tell you who you are. You're a guy who knows how to fucking dig. Get in the mine. And so he ends up leading, like, a slave revolt in this, like, forced labor mine that the criminals are running. And he eventually gets his memory back. And as, like, all of the guys are, you know, as all the former slaves are, you know, going back to their lives in Gotham City, he's just like, yeah, you know, my car's going to be here any minute now. Like, oh, really? Your car? It's like, yeah. Turns out I was Bruce Wayne. They're like, oh, Jesus Christ! Richest man in town. Just happened to be digging rocks right next to you the whole time. I'm gonna be getting my ass kicked in this dungeon. Yeah, I know that's one of the bits that they did in Venture Brothers when they had the two councilmen, Dragoon and Red Mantle, after they were like fused into one being. Are you serious? I am trying to conserve hearts. 10 arrows. And they just commented, like, what is this, an episode of... Oh my god. What is this, an episode of Scooby-Doo? Everybody gets hit on the head once, and they're unconscious? Alright, well, a little health is not bad. It was such a good bit. Oh, man. Dragoon and Red Mantle were a lot of fun as characters, but they could get a little bit... They could wear out their welcome. So I'm glad they were used somewhat sparingly. I'll take that. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna hold the wall. Lol. Okay. Batman used his cape. It is canonically one of his pieces of equipment. There we go. If any hero in the Justice League can straight up vanish, it's Batman. Technically, Green Lantern and Flash can also become invisible. Green Lantern just, like, throws up a light screen that makes himself invisible, and the Flash can... This is stupid. The Flash can vibrate fast enough that the light beams bounce off of him in, like, a way that make him not perceptible. I have the cape. I have the mirror. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna check these checks up here. I can't do Smith check. But I can check Bumper Ledge, I can get Graveyard Ledge, I can get King's Tomb. Heart Piece. Ow. My stun prize is 8 bombs. That would have been good earlier. Not so much now. God, I really do got to get back on the Venture Brothers watch train. For reasons pertaining to the holidays and also me being sick as a dog, it has not picked up lately. I mean, watching it with a couple of pals in the area. Oh, look, $50. Whatever. Has been watching it with a couple of pals in the area, and circumstances have not favored another get-together. Oh. And Quake. Okay, well, not really what I'm looking for. So we'll go back to Kakariko and we'll run around south. I can't do Smith Chain. I suppose in theory I could go do Swamp Palace. I checked the brewery, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Stream Boo, you're late. They're slacking. I love that they, like, specify in their ad that I need to remove the space from the URL they supply. Like, I suppose they're counting on me being an absolute moron if I'm going to think that I'm going to just buy subscribers from a site called Streamboo. Like, this guy might be stupid if he's going to fall for the sales pitch, so, we probably should explain that he can't just enter in the URL as presented. Oh, Fire Rod! Don't mind if I do! Okay, well that Skull Wood's doable, but I don't want to do Skull Woods yet, so we're gonna go do Desert Palace instead. I have very valid reasons for not doing Skull Woods right away, and it's mostly due to the fact that my sword is trash, my armor is trash, I don't have a lot of health. I have one empty bottle. I will get my ass handed to me in there. If there's one thing Batman's about, it's about prep time. Ah! Ah! Guys! Please! 100 bucks. Batman, you're rich. You don't need that 100 bucks. Okay, so we're over here now. We can do Hype Cave. I don't know if this was faster or not than how I could have done it. Basically, Hype Cave is right next to a teleporter already, so I could have just gone to the Dark World from over here. Ice Rod! Might be essential. 20 bucks. Heart Piece. Mushroom. Heart Container. Interesting. Alright, we're one piece away from having a full heart. I can do some of Swamp Palace, but I know I can't finish Swamp Palace, and I know I won't be able to finish Swamp Palace because I know where the hookshot is, so I'm not going into Swamp Palace. I will, however, check the Bombos tablet. I know I can't get what's on it, but I can see... Ow. It's okay, a little bit of damage, it's fine. Nothing we can't deal with, that's just health. Alright. Go feed Gracie. Peaches has been locked out of my room for reasons. Mostly because I wanted to close the door. Refill my health here, just so I'm not, like, ow all the time. Let's check Gina before I go into this dungeon. I better refill my health before I go up here. Instantly gets hit. There's no way it would be faster to fly over. There's just no way. What's on the ledge? It's bombs. I don't need those bombs. He takes off the mask, and he thinks about his dead parents. Oh my god, what a sprite. Oh, man. Though now I'm curious. What is this thing going to look like with like an armor upgrade? Okay, small key. What's over here? Are you the big key? You're not, but you're a heart piece. I'll grab that. Shield is head with a grumpy fish. Alright, we can avoid catfish. Big key must be over here. Welcome back. So when Batman does a prayer to open up this dungeon, he takes off his mask and he thinks about his dead parents. And that was great. You know, I agree with Power Fun. Compass. Right, okay. Alright, we're good. We have the big key, so I can get whatever's in the big chest. We have one item from the dungeon already. It was, I believe, bombs? Possibly a heart piece. There's the map, which means our last item is on the boss. Which will be our next stop. Also, since we have the red batarang now, we can officially be Batman. Man does use boomerangs as a weapon. Now, if it was the blue one, it would match his color scheme. But, you know, the red one's better. It just is. It goes farther, it goes faster. That's really the main selling point. Ganon gotta be like, where did Batman learn all of my locations for all these keys I've hidden in these dungeons? It doesn't make any sense. The answer, of course, is he learned it from Tibetan monks. That tends to be the answer for anything Batman related. Prep time or Tibetan monks. There we go. Bombos. That doesn't do me any good at all. At least not that I'm aware of. Huh. Well... We still don't have the lamp. So this is a little curious. I guess we'll turn in the mushroom. As much as I would love to hang on to that mushroom and use it as, like, use it to get the glitchy powder, I've run out of good options. Oh, a bottle with blue in it. I'll buy another one of those, too. I guess we'll... Let's check Sahasrah's closet, I guess. And also the Dark World. Okay, green pendant. Alright, I don't like this. Ow. They did so much damage. Oh my god. So I can't do either of these two dungeons. I can do most of Pod. I can do most of Eastern Palace. But I need a bow in order to complete either of them. And Pod is a crystal at least. But Eastern is a pendant, so I don't really want to do Eastern. 20 bucks. The lamp! And a potion. Okay. Suddenly we have options. What did I not want to do in the dark? I didn't want to do... Well, I certainly don't want to do Paw in the dark, but, right, I'm gonna go fight Aghanim. And you know what? I have the mirror, so I'm gonna check the front of the castle, too. There's no way I'm not leaving something behind in there. There's 6 items in Hyrule Castle. Let's see what's going on. Trusty Batarang ready. Just in case I need to hit somebody in the face with it. $20. Love that none of those guards was dumb enough to just jump into the pit trying to catch me. It's usually it's a little bit of a farce with those guys. One of them goes into the pit. Excuse me? He's immune to the Batarang. He must have trained with Tibetan monks too. 10 arrows. He learned how to parry a Batarang, but not a sword. Okay, it was worthless to go into the basement. But is it worthless to go into the back of Escape? It might be. But I'm risking it. I want a better sword. I don't want to face the wizard with just a piddly little fighter sword, you know? I'm supposed to have a master sword. The only reason I'm going to be able to get to him in the first place is because you can use the cape. Look at that, a bow. Okay. Not useful for this fight, but essential. I'm glad I got it. Though, of course, if I'd gone in from the back of Escape through the graveyard, I would have got a small key. There's going to be a small key in one of those chests in the back. Anyway, cape, in we go. Like, how many arrows are you guys going to take? That'll do it. If there's one thing Batman's about, it's about shooting all of his enemies. It's basically what I'm doing here. I may as well have just played as Green Arrow. Green Arrow was not one of the options. I do love me some Green Arrow, but he was not a playable option in the randomizer. There's a wonderful moment in the Kevin Smith Green Arrow story arc, Quiver, where Batman has found Green Arrow after everybody thought he was dead, and he's flying into the Batcave, and he's like, oh man, you know, I have a jet like this too, you know. He's like, yeah, the Arrow jet, I know. He's like, yeah, you know, I'd park it in the Arrow Cave, and, you know, Arrow stuff, and Batman's just like, Arrowmobile, Arrow jet, Arrow Cave. Did you ever have an original idea in your head? I'm getting beat up. And it is true. Green Arrow did just basically start out as a Batman knockoff. Does everybody die? One of those rooms where this is just faster. Magic powder needs... Oh! Okay, well, we know where the powder is. I'm not saying that that's explicitly written off, but it might be. It is extremely possible that I might need something off of the magic bat, in which case I do need the powder, because I already turned in the mushroom. Now that I have every fire source instead of no fire sources, it might be worth checking out. I got off the screen before we hit the floor. That guy's probably alright. Batman's personal code, he doesn't kill anybody, but if they die after he's pounded them severely, it's not his fault. If Batman drops a man from 3 stories up and he breaks his ribs, and he bleeds out on the way to the hospital, that's not Batman's fault. 1 hit. Blue balls. 2 hits. 3 hits. Just 3 more to go. Now he's doing the lightning thing. 4. Blue balls. It's a thrilling fight, right? Blue balls. You son of a bitch. 5. 1 more hit, but he's gonna go lightning on me. You just batarang him in the face here a few times. But... and he's dead. Okay. Now he sends me to the Dark World, and I immediately examine what's on the pyramid ledge. Which is something I probably should have checked earlier, but I didn't. It's 10 arrows. I don't care about that. So it's 10 arrows. That don't impress me much. Where to next? Okay, you know where to next. Sure, you've got the bat moves, but have you got the bat touch? Can I get over there in the Dark World? I don't think I can. No, I cannot. Okay. That's okay. It's alright. Light World. Jump in the water to get away from that guard. It's fine. It's fine. We know exactly where we're going. I'm taking a detour. Back of escape. There should be 2 items in here. 2. 10 arrows. $5. Small key. Alright. Our 2 items are chump change. Off to the sanctuary, we are grabbing health. I will say, I know that it's like, okay, there have been several people who voice acted Batman throughout the years, and obviously the best one was Kevin Conroy. It's sadly no longer with us, but the number 2 spot is a little bit tricky. Dietrich Bader or something? The guy who played Drew Carey's friend with dark hair. Not Ryan Stiles, but the other one. He does a good Batman voice. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, Will Arnett also does a fantastic Batman voice. Yeah. I think his name might actually be Dietrich Bader. He's pretty good. He's been in a lot of things that I like. He was the fun neighbor in Office Space. And let's not forget his regrettable role in Balls of Fury, which is a guilty pleasure. I know I wanted to get a new sword, but I'm going to go straight to the back. God, Balls of Fury, what a weird movie. Actually, an actor from that also died recently. Cary Tagawa, the guy who played Shang Tsung in the first Mortal Kombat movie. He was old. But he was great. Yeah, Christopher Walken was in this movie too. There's a lot of good actors in this. It's fun. There is no way I'm killing all of these guys with the baby sword, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. No magic, of course. That would be too helpful. I will play my conserve magic strategy. Like so. No, I'm Bruce Wayne. Somebody help me. I'm helpless Bruce Wayne. Oh no. You know what? Full magic. I'll take it. Give me that key and I'll just avoid killing these guys altogether. Okay, this is gonna suck. I don't know if this sword actually hurts him. Oh my god! Okay, that sword actually hurts him. We've experimented and found out. The map. Okay. Well, we got the key. And we know now where items aren't. There are 2 items in Skull Woods. The fact that we found this is depressing. Okay. Back in. We're going to check the chest in the front room here. Getting out of here will be quick because we can just use the mirror to go back to the door. Easy enough. There's our big key. Okay. That will be useful if we need to open the big chest, which I might. You never know. Yeah, could you guys go away? Don't you do it. What kind of wall master? You serious? Get on that switch. Okay. Walk past these guys. I don't care. Small key. Oh no, Bruce Wayne, get out of there fast. Bruce Wayne doesn't know how to fight. He needs to hide. He's rich and coddled, don't you know? Okay. So the big chest is down here. And it's a small key. Splendid. Compass. Alright, there are very few other places where this thing could be, so it's either here or the next room. Heart piece. Did I make this chest just a small key? No, heart piece. Okay. Alright, that's everything. Oh my god. Wrong place. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. No, don't go back that way. It's actually incredibly fine to be there. We'll just walk out that way. Okay. Are you serious? You know what I didn't do? Which I should have done. I didn't check the thing. The tablet, the pedestal. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna do that. If I find out that the red cane is on the pedestal, then we're gonna have issues. Not really, it just means I need to do every dungeon. It's just money. Okay. We're saved from having to do every dungeon, probably. We're gonna do pawn, I guess. I have everything I need for it now. God, I kind of wish my stun prize was something a little more useful to me right now than just 8 bombs. Oh, monkey. Another superhero. Perhaps you recall the shorts that aired between episodes of Dexter's Laboratory. Dial M for monkey. Which is actually a reference to another superhero thing. It was Dial H for hero, which was actually like a gimmick that Luke Cage and Iron Fist did back in like the 80s or possibly 70s, probably 70s, where they were like, hey, if you need a superhero, give us a call. We'll come help. There were some other characters that were grouped in there too. There was like Night Nurse was one of them, I believe. Who, if I recall correctly, was played by Rosario Dawson on the TV show. Really? He can shoot me. Okay. I don't have any small keys. What am I doing? Now I have a small key. Of course, now that I have a small key, I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to get another small key from that thing. You know what? No, let's do this. Let's do this room. What do we got? Hint tile. Cane of Burner requires the hook shot. Cane of Burner requires the hook shot. Trying to think about what requires the hook shot. Not a ton. I guess it's hook shot cave. Yeah, hookshot cave. That's all I can think of. Small key. All right. And health. Okay, full heart. I have a lot of small keys. I'm going to go check this other thing. That chest in the middle there, officially suspicious to me now. That was a very strange way to do that, but I did it that way. Yep, okay. Just a small key. Who could have foreseen that? Okay, I did hit that switch, so now I can just go directly into the back. I will say, at least with half magic, I can use my magic with a little bit more the willy-nilly, you know, I do not need to be as cautious with my magic. I don't have big key, so I'm going to check these chests first. Big key, alright. Small key. Should be one more small key somewhere. Heart piece. Alright. More health, always welcome. You're gonna be a small key, ain't ya? Yeah. Yeah, he can live for now. Oh, Master Sword. Thank God. Compass. Okay. Yeah, so armed with Master Sword, I can actually do some damage to things. And the map. Okay. Which means now we go fight the boss. Who will suck a little bit to deal with, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Stop getting shot in the face, Bruce. God, there was one episode of Batman the Animated Series where Batman got, like, invited to a fancy resort. And he didn't want to go. So he, like, sent somebody else to go instead. And then it turned out there was, like, a villain running the place who was, like, stealing people's secrets by using a mind-reading device on them. And so Batman had to go in there disguised as Bruce Wayne in order to, like, infiltrate the place. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Now's the best time to do it. And the whole thing, like, just ends with the guy finds out through his machine that Batman is Bruce Wayne. And he's like, oh, the whole world will know your secret now. Batman is really Bruce Wayne. And he's like, he wants to, like, sell the secret to the supervillains. For, like he's auctioning the true identity of Batman. And so they, like, get him on an airplane. And they're like, how about this? You tell us or we'll fucking shoot you. And he's like, alright, alright. Don't need to get like that. And he tells them, he's like, Batman is Bruce Wayne. And Two-Face is there. And he's like, no, he's not. I've known Bruce Wayne since he was a kid. No way. And it's like, you know what? That's true. Two-Face and Bruce Wayne are old friends. "17 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dodge. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, dodge. 15, 16, 17. How did that miss? Anyway, the reason I bring it up is because the villain's name in that episode was Doctor Strange. DC's Doctor Strange technically predates Marvel's Doctor Strange, but because, just in order to avoid confusion, he's Dr. Hugo Strange. He's a lot less impressive. He was meant to come back in an episode of Justice League at one point, because they needed somebody to, like, torture the Question to get information out of him. And, that would have been the ideal role for him. But at the time, they were like, people are going to confuse him with Doctor Strange like the Marvel characters, so we're not going to do that. People actually give a shit about Marvel right now. No, this was before anybody gave a shit about Marvel. Oh my god! I'm so glad I came in here! Anybody who decided to just do the dungeons... Oh my god. What an absolute feather in my cap right there. Red cane. Bombs. Okay. There's only 3 items in Eastern Palace. Let's see if we can find one more. Oh, Gracie's holding your keyboard hostage, I see. There's not a lot this could be that I really need. In fact, there's nothing it could be that I need, but it could be, there could be something in here that I want. We're looking at Vanilla Big Key. Cash is in your house. Yeah, realistically, I don't know if this is a smart move or not, but it's what I'm doing. Which, the title of my sex tape. Is this a good idea? I don't know, it's what I'm doing. Welcome back. Oh. So I'm gonna get... I'm holding up okay. I'm gonna get the small... I'm gonna get the big key out of this chest here. I'm gonna check the big chest. And if that's not an item, then maybe I'll get out. It's the map. I said maybe I'd get out. Okay, I'll get out. I'm not going to sunk cost fallacy this whole place. Let's go to my house and we'll do the Swamp Palace. Swamp Palace, of course, has the highest concentration of items in it, a grand total of 6. Which is a lot of items. Just gotta go into the light world during the swamp. We have the red cane now, at least, so that's something. I can do Diver Down once I get into the dungeon. We do love Diver Down. It's a good move. It's an okay stand. Yeah, Diver Down is actually the name of the stand. In the localization, they called it Diver Drive or something like that. But I'm pretty sure in the original Japanese, it might be a reference to Dio's Holy Diver. Which, great song. If you don't know Ronnie James Dio, highly recommend. I would be remiss if I did not recommend him. My friend Todd would probably be like, don't say anything bad about Dio. I knew I was way off base on that one. There we go. Yeah. Guy even has a Dio action figure. The musician, not the JoJo character. Though I don't know if it's like actually official merch or if somebody like made it. I'm pretty sure he's got a few custom sculpted figurines of musicians. Like, I could see somebody like making and then selling custom sculpts of like Dio just because he does have a weird cult following. I don't for a second believe that his Rick Wakeman figure is authentic merchandise. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not like I'm not aware of the fact that custom sculpts are a thing. No! Fire snake, no. Get out of my face. Okay. I was worried that wouldn't trigger. Anyway, he's got a Rick Wakeman action figure too. Which, if you don't know who that is, that's completely understandable. They may have referenced him in that one episode of Venture Brothers when Dean was listening to all of Rusty's old prog rock albums. Because I think he might have been the keyboardist in Yes. Maybe? Oh my god. I'm just jumping into the things. Compass. I just really need a second pair of gloves here. Map. Oh my god. Side of the dungeon's completely worthless. That is a very strangely specific thing to have an action figure of. But that's what makes it fun. He's even got like a little keyboard that it stands in front of. Or stands behind, I guess. Did I ever get the big key? No, I didn't. God damn you, dungeon. What are you doing to me? Oh, wait. It'd be like having an action figure of the guy from Journey. Steve, what's his name? Like, hilarious. Extremely niche. Well, there's our big key. There's $1. Now, because that's the big key, I do know that there's another item back this way, so... Excuse me? Whoa. Batman, go back up those stairs. You have business in the previous room. Alright, what do we got? Heart piece. Well, you know, the health refill wasn't bad. Sure. Nope. I jinxed myself by thinking, you know, this might be faster than actually going the other way. It's only faster if you don't screw it up. Okay. Yeah, part of me is like, you know, I have a Rusty Venture action figure, but like at the same time, that's official merch. And while I understand Yes is a very popular band in some eras, I don't know that they necessarily have the reach to, you know, get an action figure of their keyboardist. Why am I grabbing this key? I don't need it. Whatever. Luckily, Batman is safe in the water because he brought his bat shark repellent. That is a real thing. Now we're going to shave an eyeball. You know, funny enough, Batman once fought an enemy who had 10 eyeballs. Yes, Batman versus the 10-eyed man. What a fight that was. There we go. I got the spin technique off on him. There's my Titan's mitts. Oh, thank God. Okay. We can actually go to the end of the game. Whew. So hello. Welcome on in. Oh, with just the base Master Sword, I have to hit that guy with 3 fire shots before I even attempt to do the spin attack. Eyeball shaving is a classic. Oh my gosh. Okay, well we have the Titan's Mitt. I want to check... I'm going to check the Mire Shed area, just because it's usually got something worth getting. And I really would like a better sword if I'm going to go into Turtle Rock. Or better armor if I'm going to go into Turtle Rock. Or any shield. I'm woefully underprepared. That's very un-Batman of me. So we only had to shave an eyeball once today. 10 arrows, heart piece, okay. Sometimes he gets shaved also in the warm-up. He was already dead from last week, so that didn't happen. Checkerboard Cave, what do you got for me? Checkerboard Cave is 20 bucks. All right. Not worthwhile. So we're going to go up the mountain. We still have... There's still some options up here. Ow. Yes, we still have some options. There's still Super Bunny Cave and also Hookshot Cave. If I recall correctly, I might just find the Cane of Burna in Hookshot Cave. Bonk. Completely unintentional bonk. I will take that. It's just a heart piece over there. I don't really need to worry about that. Bruce getting his lifts in. Okay, Turtle Rock. Here we go. Okay, before I actually go into the dungeon, I'm going to check these 2 things. Anything would be helpful. Anything in terms of a sword or armor upgrade. I don't even really care about shield at this point. 20 bucks. Heart container. Okay. Well, taking another hit is kind of like an armor upgrade if you think about it. It takes more hits to kill ya. We're coping. $50. Excuse, I was far enough away that shouldn't have hit me. Oh, there's a shield. Okay. $300. Now let me guess, Cane of Burna. Okay, that one should have hit me. No! Health! Sanctuary Heart even. Wow, okay. Although where the heck is the hook? Where the heck is the Cane of Burna that needs the hook shot? Huh. That's genuinely a little confusing. The hint tile said pugs are the superior breed of dog. I think we can all tell just based off the fact that some of them can't breathe naturally. Means that's not really true. Propaganda, yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Small key! No shade to the dogs themselves. They did not ask to be made like that. All doggos are wonderful babbies. Until taught not to be. I will clarify that. Even that, I feel, might require some asterisks. Shield! Wow! Things I don't need. Like, I know I've heard that Dalmatians are also a particularly vicious breed of dog because they've been, like, bred to be hyperactive hunters, basically. And that's why they were always used as, like, guard dogs for firehouses, is because if a rival fire company came in to, like, fuck with your engine, the dog would just bite them. Well, that sort of worked. There's our big key. Okay. Now, basically, you need a vicious dog, and somehow, just because of the association with firehouses, they wound up getting the reputation of this is a lovable dog that helps to rescue people and rides in the fire truck. It sometimes wears a little fire helmet and can be used to make coats. Oh no! Oh no! Bruce Wayne! What are you doing in Turtle Rock, Bruce Wayne? Oh no, he's getting away. Fire departments have a very messed up history. Because, like, they did just have brawls in the streets, and vicious attack dogs, and etc., etc. And part of me wants to say that's not something you really hear about, but it is 100% something that made it into Gangs of New York. I don't want to fight these guys the complicated way. I'm just going to light them on fire. Yeah, well, it's because nowadays we recognize that, you know, stopping the neighborhood from burning down is a public good. So it's funded publicly. Usually. Whereas back then it was a private industry thing. So, like, if your fire department showed up and didn't put out the fire, you didn't get paid. Oh my god. Man. Master Sword is so terrible. There we go. Ooh, blue mail. Sweet, I'm Black Batman. I'm 90s. I'm post 90s Batman. I am like Batman after he stopped being Adam West. Yes. I'm the Batman that doesn't dance. No shade to the Adam West Batman. Those episodes were very entertaining. But, oh boy. It's a little bit zany. And it's very different from the modern Batman. I did see at one point somebody did a comic where Batman was like changing to like different eras of Batman. And at one point he became the Adam West Batman. And he's like face to face with some lady villain. And she's like, "You wouldn't hit a lady, right?" And he's like, you know, Adam Westy, "Oh no, I could never hit a lady." And then he just pulls out pepper spray and sprays her in the face and just says, "Bad apologies." At one point he becomes like the Frank Miller Dark Knight Batman, and he like literally kicks somebody's crotch open. Like, I think the guy was like frozen. I'm gonna set a respawn point. Yeah, just foot right through him. Ow. Bombs. Alright, I took 3 hits off of that. Didn't need to be. There's my small key. You know what I'm gonna do? There's the map. Alright. One more chest. Let's just use the cape. Alright. A little bit of health. Sure. Now, since I don't have the powder, I will not be able to turn that anti-fairy into health, which sucks, because I can certainly use it right now. But I can still do that trick. You know, now that I think about it, that story with Batman, like... That story with Batman, just sort of changing, like, what generation of Batman he was, it kind of reminds me of... There was a Ninja Turtles crossover that happened at one point, where, like... Hang on. The, Okay. No! He's gonna do that? Okay. This is so risky. That was so risky. Okay. I knew that was a possibility. It's very whatever, though. I'm not really any worse off than I was before. Anyway, Ninja Turtles. The Turtles from the 2000, like, the early 2000s series crossed over with the Turtles from the 80s, and also the Turtles from the edgy 70s comics. If you were not aware, the Ninja Turtles were originally extremely violent and edgy. I'm gonna try this again. Oh my god, this fight's gotten so much worse this time. Oh my god. Trinex, if your ice head could please hold still. Okay, well. I have a green potion, thankfully. Do not spit that ice. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Ninja Turtles was originally a parody of Daredevil. which was, like, very gritty when he first started out. So Daredevil fights a ninja clan called The Hand, and he's trained by a man named Stick. The Ninja Turtles... Oh, bombs. The Ninja Turtles fight a ninja clan called The Foot, and were trained by a rat named Splinter. Now, from there, it kind of goes out the window somewhat. The Ninja Turtles... and also, there's one more comparison, is the Goo, the Ooze. They were mutated by the Ooze, and so was Daredevil. He was hit by a barrel of radioactive waste. Oh my god, I can't hurt the Lionels with the base Smash Sword. I forgot. Yeah, a truck driving down the street, just a barrel flew off the back of it. It had green glowing ooze. It hit young Matt Murdock in the face and blinded him. But also the radiation from it, like, gave him sonar sense. And so that's how he's Daredevil. And the story goes that the barrel then, like, spilled into the sewers and mutated the turtles. Obviously, they couldn't just be like, this is explicitly the same thing. Because copyright. Oh my god, single arrow! But, like, it is a very intentional parody. $20. I don't even need that. You know, I might find the Bricana... Come on. I didn't want to grab that. Okay. I might find the Cane of Burna in here. Yep. Small key. Small key. $20. Would you please? Why is this Stalfos clowning on me? Kara just finished the race. Blue potion. Okay, you know what? I can use that. Considering I drank one in the moth fight, I could use the restock. I sure would love to get a better sword, or even the silver arrows. If I don't get a better sword, silver arrows would be a nice consolation prize. I can fight Ganon easily enough with either. But I do not want to do regular old Master Sword Ganon. He doesn't take damage from regular sword swings. I need to do spin attacks on him. $20. Bombs. Bombs. $20. Miserable room. Four chests, and all I got out of it was $40. Couldn't even hold any more bombs. I did not mean to step on that pad. I'm being bad about that lately. The bonk is much quicker. Okay, $50. Alright, we're gonna go fight Armus Knights. I guess technically for the first time in here. I didn't fight them in the Eastern Palace. Okay, 3 chests. What do we got? The big key. Oh, bombs. 20 bucks. Why? Bombs and 20 bucks. Every room, same story. Bombs and 20 bucks. I cannot make hay with bombs and 20 bucks. I still need my sword held out. There we go. I'm almost out of arrows. That's bad. Ow. Oh. You know what? I did grab the... I do have... Cape Dash. I do have the bug net. I feel a little justified in doing this. Well, I felt justified in trying it. I got all my health back at least. Whatever. If I really find myself in a hard spot, whatever. I'll figure something out. No arrows from any of them. Any arrows in any of these, I wonder? Yes! Okay, well, we may have solved our arrow problem. No! You know what? That could have gone so much worse than it did. Let me out of here. Why is... Oh my god. Okay. Graboids, here we go. Oh, that was so close. I whiffed one shot. That was almost the best damn Graboid fight ever. I got my health up, get my arrows up, and a little bit of magic. Wizrobes! Haven't seen you guys yet this seed. Sure. Well, we know the Wizrobes are in the good seed now, at least. Let's see if I can get anything useful from them here. Nope. Okay. Oh my gosh. I hope you all fall into the pit and die. Ganon's miserable bull troops. I hate them. Lamp. 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 It's true. Batman doesn't kill. Please ignore the rest of the seed. I am going to open these chests. Map. Okay. And 300 bucks. Are you telling me I'm not going to find anything useful on my way up? I'm really not going to find anything useful on my way up. This is one of the rare times it's actually more efficient to kill Moldorm with the hammer the second time around. Alright, we have one more chest to open here. What is it? The compass. Oh my god, I'm gonna turn into the freaking Joker. I'm like, I need something. I need a weapon. I need something to help fight Ganon with. Regular old Master Sword. One hit, because Aga is playing mean already. 2 hits. He's so spaced out. Seriously, what am I supposed to do? His shots are so staggered. There we go. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna try to fight him with just what I've got. Blue mail. Not a great shield. Second worst sword in the game. 2 blue potions. Maybe I'll grab a fairy out of the tree. I even need the bombs, so like I'm not gonna bother killing that guy. Alright, Ganon, here we go. Make her as great as the Dark World, or else she will die. Ow. Gotta do this the slow way. I'm gonna miss that throw. Oh man, I haven't taken this long on him in a while. Maid just finished. Oh, we got him in the next phase. Ow. Oh my god. It's a terrible place for me to be. I am not super familiar with the placement for these stupid fire bat things when I need to get in and do a spin. I get one on him, and then another, and then I gotta run. Ow. Yeah, see? Nothing. I don't even know how many hits this takes. But that's okay, I haven't been counting. Oh good, he's in the next phase. And I just whiffed the first swing. Sartaz also just finished. He got a bat off. Why did he get a bat off? No. Okay. I cannot mess this up. Arrows in the Dark World. Did I find the arrows in the Dark World? Fucking where? Probably Spike Cave. For... Five... 6... 7... 8... Still just 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, nope, 19, 20, 21. Nope. Don't you do it. 22. 23. Nope. Playing it safe. 24. 24 hits. Oh my god! What a slog! Oh man, that was rough. Whew! And done. 5th place. Saku and Steve are the last two going. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my god. Indeed. That was a lot. I knew he took a lot of hits, but I'm like, how many could it be? God. Damn. If Kara had the good sense to go to Eastern Palace early, then she would have had the red cane and been like, probably not going to find anything better than that. Oh, man. What a seed that was. Never found any better swords. Like, just Master Sword. Oh my god. Link's uncle is like Batman's parents. They're connected. There we go. Batman just needs to get the Dragon Balls to wish his parents back to life. Or something like that. I never did rescue the other Smith. It would have made sense if they had a sword upgrade. Gary the Old Man on Death Mountain. Just an old man living on a place called Death Mountain. Nice friendly neighborhood. Just money on the Master Sword pedestal. Which I guess is good because it means I didn't need to go do pedestal 2. It's already an Aghanim seed, it didn't need to be pedestal as well. Speed through the credits, I'm going to check the stats. I'm going to find out who made my Batman sprite that turns into Bruce Wayne when shot with the bunny beam. I may quote the Samurai Pizza Cat's theme song. Read all the credits so you'll know who did the work. Oh man. Ninja Cows. Excellent work with the sprite Ninja Cows. God, I fucking love the Pizza Cats. It's so good. I wonder if that game ever came out. They were doing a game. First Sword. About almost 2 minutes. Flute, 4 minutes. Mirror, 8 minutes. I got all this stuff really quick. 5 Fighter Sword kills. 5 Master Sword kills. Didn't find any better swords. Hate it. Almost 1,300 damage taken. Almost 1,300 magic used. Very similar numbers. 33 bonks. 44 bonks. 3 saving quits. 1 death. Oops. Almost 3 minutes spent in the menu, and 7.5 minutes spent lagging. Total collection rate of 176 out of 216. Total time 153.35, or according to the actual race room with the actual real-life timer, hour 54 minutes and 51 seconds. Not a bad time, all things said. What do I want to leave as a comment? Please, I just want a sharper sword or pointier arrows. Crying face. There's my comment for the race. Oh man, okay, well. That was an interesting seed. Definitely difficult. First time in a while that I had to do plain Master Sword Ganon. Clearly though, he is doable. Thank God for that. That said, this is where we say goodnight to YouTube. YouTube, it is Monday for you. Maybe I'll post my movie thing after this on a separate video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Come back on Wednesday for Fallout. That's fun, right? There's a TV show, too. It's a tie-in.